What up, YouTube? My name is Cheryce. Welcome to Reese TV. Glad that you're here. And welcome to another episode of Makeup News, where I do my makeup as I give the news. So let's make up and get right into it. Today, we're going to talk about MatPat leaving. This is a hard subject for me. It's like my best friend leaving, or more accurately, a mentor. Somebody I fashioned my own YouTube page after. At least one of them. Superwoman, also known as Lily Say, Andre the Black Nerd. He was and is one of the greats to me. And it's hard to see him go. But honestly, I was expecting it. I literally, last week, I thought about it. Maybe it was during my joke about film theory and how I shouldn't say film theory because copyright. But according to his announcement, it sounds like it's fair use. That everybody is a theorist. And it brings him joy to hear people use his phrase. And so in that spirit, I don't mind saying film theory. I don't mind carrying on the spirit of film theory. So, man, unpacking his goodbye. You know, I thought about Blue's Clues and how Steve said goodbye. All I know is that I was in high school and I heard the devastating news. You know, and I know a lot of people say, well, it was for kids. You were a high schooler still enjoying Blue's Clues. Like, yeah, I was. I'm not gonna deny it. And when Steve said goodbye, it caused confusion. And I found out that I wasn't the only one who enjoyed Blue's Clues in high school. The most popular girl in our high school loved Blue's Clues. And I heard from her, Steve had cancer, and so he had to leave. And so that made the news more palatable. I mean, I guess he didn't want to die on screen or be sick on screen or go through chemo on screen. It was understood. But I was literally thinking to myself, MatPat, he is married, he has a young kid. It's only a matter of time before he says goodbye. Or maybe he's gonna be a lifer. I mean, he had a team behind him, so maybe he's gonna be like Alex Trebek, who literally did keep on with Jeopardy until basically his dying breath. And so when the news hit, it was just, whoa. I saw it coming, but it's still hard. He mentioned that game theory is 13 years old. That is just as old as my eldest. So as long as I have been a mother, I've enjoyed watching MatPat. I've enjoyed seeing him grow into the YouTuber that he is now. I enjoy the evolution of MatPat. Time really flies when you're having fun. I mean, now I watch my children watch MatPat. I hear my children quote MatPat. I wasn't a fan of FNAF until MatPat. I would not even have known the lore about FNAF if it wasn't for MatPat. I haven't even played FNAF, and I know the lore of FNAF. I literally went to see the movie because of MatPat. And I found the movie amazing, by the way. Okay, well, I guess amazing is pushing it, but it was good. Yeah, it changed the lore a bit. It kind of moved around some pieces of the lore, But the only reason why I know that is because of MatPat. And it was so great to see him in the movie because honestly, I wouldn't have gone to see the movie if it weren't for MatPat. That's how important MatPat is to FNAF. Like, I don't believe that FNAF would have gotten so much play if it weren't for MatPat. Now I question how popular FNAF will be without MatPat. So MatPat made it pretty clear that he's not gone. He's just not going to be in front of the camera as often, which I kind of feel like he could have done without the announcement. He could have just weaned us off of him, put a worthy host next to him that will eventually just take over permanently. And then just one day we'll just wake up and just say, wait, MatPat hasn't been in the forefront as often. What happened? It could have been that way. But hey, ripping the band-aid off, as he said it in his video. Almost like, hey, if you were wondering what happened to me, this is what's going to happen. And I'm excited for him. I'm excited that he gets to explore new projects, do things he's always wanted to do. I'm happy that he gets time to see his son grow up. I do feel like it would have been cooler if he kept it up and his son grew up knowing how cool his dad is as a host. Like, everybody is still talking about him. But maybe that's me just being selfish and wanting him to stay and theorize the games, keep me in the know of the games. Like, Markiplier is cool, but he doesn't theorize. So are there other game theorists to take up his mantle? I don't know. Like, he talked about, just getting out the way for other game theorists. And I don't know the others. Now, given he has a team, and whoever's that's supposed to be the host of these different platforms, I guess he feels comfortable enough to let it go. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Let it go for the next generation. End on a quote-unquote high note. And if you're wondering about my hair, I crochet braided my hair. So this color, this length is not on my natural hair. I'm very proud of myself. I've never done a crochet braid before, but YouTube, oh my God, man, I am so happy about the people who have taken their time to teach skills on YouTube. Like, every time my daughters ask how to do things, I just say, did you check YouTube? Like, that is my first thing. Like, that's how much YouTube is my go-to. It's the first thing I go to every time I want to try something new. I mean, it's cheap. Like, instead of feeling like I need to pay somebody directly, I just get a YouTube video and bam, I have a theory as to how to do it. It may not be perfect, but I have some kind of understanding. Now, there are some things that I need to have a personal interaction with, so I can put it on my resume. But for other things that I don't need to have it on my resume, YouTube. I guess MatPat didn't want to be like that other guy who's been on YouTube for a really, really, really long time. He does a lot of gaming. PewDiePie, that's his name. I guess he didn't want to be like PewDiePie. I mean, he mentioned that he didn't want to be irrelevant. And not to say that PewDiePie is irrelevant, but he's just a shadow, in my opinion, when it comes to YouTube. He is that person that we know is there, who every now and again says something that probably shouldn't be said. I mean, we get there, right? We're human. We all have different beliefs. I don't feel like any one of us should be attacked for our beliefs. It should be a discussion. Unfortunately, not everybody knows how to communicate. So, my makeup is done and I gotta go. So, until next time, I will catch you later. Goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.